LSU football just landed a ton of talent, highlighted by defensive coordinator Blake Baker bringing in a 5-star recruit. We got to break it all down. What's up, guys? I'm Matt Long. Welcome to LSU Football 365. If you are an LSU Tiger fan, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out a ton. But let's jump right into what we got for today, because Lane Kiffin and LSU have been active over the past couple of days, receiving 4 commitments, and we're going to break it all down. Let's jump right into our first guy here, running back Brennan Lacy, a 5'11.5" running back from Frisco, Texas. He's a 3-star recruit. 24/7 has him ranked as the 31st best running back in the class and the 61st best player out of Texas. We can see he committed to the program 6/7, which was Sunday, 2 days ago. Big time pickup for the program. We want to get the run game going back to where it used to be a couple years ago. Coming into last season, it was seen as a question mark. The run game got better last year, but still not up to the standard that is set at Louisiana State University from the run game perspective. So hopefully Brennan Lacy, when he does arrive on campus, will be able to make a difference in that regard. His athletic background, he's also a track and field athlete. We can see here, as a sophomore, ran a 10.91 100-yard meter and a 22.73 second 200-yard meter. Also recorded a 6'1" high jump, 22-foot 4-inch long jump in spring of 2025. So this is a guy who, does a lot of sports. He's an athlete, not just a football player. You love to see those times. That is a pretty solid times for a running back, for a human being who is 190 pounds. So welcome Brennan Lacy to LSU, big time pickup. Our next name here, Cade Cooper, wide receiver, 6'3", 192 pounds. Also rated a 3-star prospect by 24/7 Sports. They have him ranked as the 79th best wide receiver recruit in the 2027 class. We can see he comes from Malvern Prep from Pennsylvania. Penn State going to be, you would imagine they're a little bit down right now in terms of recruiting. So it's time to ransack that state for all the talent that we can get out of it. Speaking of Pennsylvania, Cade Cooper is ranked as the 19th best player out of the state of Pennsylvania, and now he's committed to LSU. One more quick thing to throw in there, that 24/7 Sports composite grade has him rated as a 4-star recruit, not a 3-star. So 24/7 Sports is a little bit lower on Cade Cooper, and you're going to hear a lot of people calling him a 4-star recruit, not a 3-star recruit, but we know he is pretty good. And because he's pretty good, he's getting attention from other schools. We can see he recently visited Georgia Tech, but currently he still has a visit scheduled with Notre Dame on the 24th. You would imagine that will be canceled due to the fact that he just committed to LSU yesterday, but you never know in this day and age of NIL. The commitment levels from programs to players is at an all-time low, and vice versa. So everyone's looking out for themselves, as they really should be, because at any moment, you never know when a court case is going to rule that some random rule you thought could never be broken is going to end up broken. So you want to make sure they call it, you got to keep recruiting inside your own locker room. And while I understand Cade Cooper not in the LSU locker room yet, you got to keep recruiting the guys that are already committed to make sure you are not going to receive a decommit, as I struggle with my eye for some reason. So Cade Cooper, love to get another wide receiver into the program as LSU continues to solidify, trying to silence all the doubters of who the best wide receiver college is in the country. Let's jump into the top name in this video here, KJ Green, edge rusher, 6'4", 230 pounds, rated a 5-star by 24/7 Sports. They love this guy. The other recruiting websites like ESPN or Rivals, Yahoo Sports, all the other recruiting websites, a little bit lower on KJ Green, but at the end of the day, when you walk in the doors of the program, it doesn't matter how many stars you had. It matters how good you are. So we are going to find that out with KJ Green when he arrives on campus in 2027. But 24/7 Sports has him as a 5-star recruit, rated in 98 overall. They have him ranked in the top 10 as the 8th best player in the country. Number 2 edge, number 1 player in the state of Georgia, coming from Stone Mountain, Georgia. Like I said, Other websites, other recruiting services, a little bit lower on KJ Green, 74th ranked nationally, number 10 edge, and number 6 player in the state of Georgia, according to the 24/7 Sports composite grade system. But we're not going to look at that. We're going to take 24/7 Sports' word for it and can say, hey, 5-star recruit, super excited to bring him in. Welcome to LSU, Mr. KJ Green. We have a scouting report here from the director of scouting for 24/7 Sports in Andrew Ivins. First of all, he said he reminds 24/7 Sports of Derek Hall from the Seattle Seahawks. I believe it was Derek Hall who was the Seahawks edge rusher who got that big-time contract a couple weeks ago. So you always love to see a player in the same mold going to be able to make a lot of money. Well, we're going to see if KJ can follow that pathway. Hopefully, he will be able to. Physical edge defender with the potential to create havoc on all 3 downs with his burst, power, and effort. Not just an edge rusher, able to set a strong edge at the same time, be both a run defender and a pass rusher. Turned heads at Under Armour's Future 50 event summer after sophomore year and followed up with a monster junior campaign with 40 tackles for a loss and 18 sacks. Looks almost like an action figure with his muscle and should only continue to add good mass in the coming years. Quick out of his stance, frequently the one to initiate contact. So again, good run defender. Remember, not just a pass rusher. People get caught up when they hear the term edge and they think of only edge rushing, and they think of anyone who plays on the edge. They ask how many sacks you have, because you're not good if you don't have a lot of sacks. But you got to remember, the offense can run the ball or pass the ball. You got to be ready for the run game as well. Make sure you have players who are able to get the run game locked down. Fluid enough to cross obstacles or dart around them if he's not trying to play through them. Tends to hound the play by changing directions and will make his fair share of stops in pursuit. Has attacked from a variety of different alignments over the years and is likely to offer that same inside-outside versatility on Saturdays. When it comes to a 4 or 5-star recruit playing in high school football, they're really all going to play a bunch of different positions. So I'm not super big on this bullet point about talking about the different alignments. I would be more impressed if I saw that at the college level, which of course a high schooler, we don't know how good you're going to be at the college level until you actually arrive at the college level, and you're going to play some stuff in the future. Don't have a time machine, can't figure that out, but I don't, just being unbiased here, I know we're hyping him up, but I don't love that bullet point there from Ivins. Projects at this stage to be a potential impact rusher for a college football playoff contender. Well, looking at the rankings this year, LSU certainly looks like we are going to be in a college football playoff contender. So that sounds like he's going to fit right in, or I guess not for this year, but for next year. Lane Kiffin's not going anywhere. Going to have a ton of talent in 2 years in the future as well. KJ is going to be a huge addition to this program. Final name here. He was in the video yesterday. This guy, Marquez Davis, a cornerback committed to LSU. I don't have a graphic for him for this video, but the video I made yesterday, essentially, we spent the whole beginning of the video talking about him. The video is called LSU Lands Major Target. The thumbnail says this is massive. So if you want to learn more about Marquez Davis, go watch that video. But he's a 3-star recruit, rated 28th best athlete, but he's going to be playing corner for LSU. But 6'3" corner, love that length. Going to make it very difficult for wide receivers to line up across from him when he lands on campus. That's what I got for this video. If you stuck around this long, I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video all the way through. Please hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Go LSU.